In the heart of Rome, life carries on as usual, with the city's inhabitants bustling through the streets, unaware of the catastrophe that looms on the horizon. As night falls, a spark ignites in a crowded tenement, quickly spreading to nearby structures and engulfing them in flames, sending shockwaves of fear and panic through the city. With alarming speed, the fire rages out of control, devouring entire neighborhoods in its fiery embrace, as frantic residents scramble to save themselves and their loved ones. Amidst the chaos, brave souls band together to combat the inferno, wielding buckets of water and makeshift tools in a desperate attempt to stem the tide of destruction, but their efforts are in vain against the relentless onslaught of flames. As the fire rages on, panic grips the city, with terrified residents flooding the streets, their frantic cries mingling with the crackle of flames, while whispers of arson and betrayal add to the atmosphere of paranoia and distress. In the midst of the chaos, Emperor Nero emerges to survey the unfolding disaster, his response a mixture of shock, disbelief, and uncertainty, as he grapples with the enormity of the crisis and its implications for his reign. With no end in sight to the relentless inferno, countless residents are forced to abandon their homes and possessions, fleeing for safety beyond the city walls, their faces etched with exhaustion and despair as they seek refuge from the flames. As dawn breaks on the smoldering ruins of Rome, survivors emerge from their shelters to confront the devastating aftermath of the fire, their hearts heavy with grief and loss, as they come to terms with the irreplaceable treasures and lives lost in the conflagration. In the wake of the destruction, Rome rises from the ashes, as teams of workers and craftsmen unite to rebuild the city, brick by brick, stone by stone, their spirits undaunted by the enormity of the task ahead, fueled by a collective determination to restore their beloved city to its former glory. As the city begins to heal, a somber procession of mourners gathers at a makeshift memorial to honor the memory of those lost in the fire, their faces solemn and reverent as they pay tribute to the resilience and spirit of a city that refused to be consumed by tragedy. In the year 260 CE, the formidable Sassanian Empire, under the leadership of King Shapur I, launched a bold campaign of conquest towards the Roman borders. With their sights set on territorial expansion, the Sassanian forces marched relentlessly forward, their banners billowing in the desert wind. As the Sassanian army advanced, they encountered fortified Roman outposts along the frontier. Siege engines rumbled into position as the Sassanian engineers laid siege to these Roman strongholds, intent on breaking through the defenses and securing victory. Amidst the harsh desert terrain, the opposing forces clashed in fierce battles, the clash of steel ringing out across the barren landscape. Both sides fought valiantly, their determination fueled by the desire for conquest and glory. With strategic brilliance and unwavering resolve, King Shapur I led his forces to triumph after triumph, as Sassanian banners flew high over captured Roman territories. The king's charisma and military prowess inspired his troops, driving them ever forward towards their ultimate goal. Despite their courage and resilience, the Roman legions found themselves overwhelmed by the relentless advance of the Sassanian army. Forced to retreat in disarray, they abandoned their positions, leaving behind the smoldering ruins of once proud Roman fortifications. In a decisive blow to Roman power, King Shapur I laid siege to the prosperous city of Antioch, a jewel of the Eastern Roman Empire. After a fierce struggle, the Sassanian forces breached the city walls, securing a significant victory and expanding their influence in the region. With the fall of Antioch, Roman emissaries arrived bearing tribute, a symbol of their submission to Sassanian dominance. King Shapur I, seated upon his throne, accepted their offerings with regal dignity, solidifying his authority over conquered lands. The conquests of King Shapur I reshaped the geopolitical landscape of the ancient world, leaving an indelible mark on history. His triumphs over Rome cemented the Sassanian Empire's reputation as a formidable military power and secured its place among the great empires of antiquity.